I think we're ready on my end. Kind of seems like it anyway. Alright, the stream has started. What are you doing?
What's that one big star?
Which one, big star?
The one that the camera, the one that you're facing towards.
The moon's what I'm facing towards. That's the moon.
Why is it so small?
No, honey. Come out the steps one step. Now look up. Straight up.
Oh, that one. I'm talking about that one.
I think that's Venus.
Ooh, Venus.
I think so.
Oh, it's a half moon.
Yeah, we're at a half moon stage. I don't know that it's connected yet. It says it's streaming. My laptop is very slow. It's not giving me the chat or anything.
I need to check on my faces.
You need to what?
Check on my faces.
Oh, we're working. The moon tonight is in first quarter, and it's 58% waxing. So it's on its way up. Here where we are in Indiana, our moonrise tonight actually was this earlier today around 1 in the afternoon. And our moon set is at 3:43 in the morning. Hello? Getting a little bit of the train noise.
Is this all you do on them streams? Just show what the moon looks like?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Because it doesn't look like it changes much.
You don't think the moon looks like it changes much?
Well, not like, well, I mean, like, every day it's a different size. Like, the part that you can see, not the black, the darker part, but the lighter part is always in a different shape. But
What are you trying to tell me?
I'm saying if you just stream the moon, then
That's what we're doing. We're streaming the moon.
I know they just look at it.
Well, and they chat with us a little bit about it. Hi, Digital Seahorse.
Hi.
Apparently, just streaming the moon is not as interesting as I thought it was. I'm going to try to fix the field of view for us.
Because it looks like it's at the bottom.
It is at the bottom. It smells like one of our neighbors has got their fireplace going or something.
Stop it, people. Stop it. I tell you, stop it. Stop putting it.
Can't see.
No, that's just the side.
Hang on a second. That's the f-stop. Just trying to make it a little bit darker. Sometimes when it's around the edges, it's kind of hard to see. Your volume is down or our volume is down? Because I think our volume is okay. They can't see you dancing, honey.
I know.
Okay.
And that's why I'm doing it.
Well, that thing over there is the microphone. They can't see you, but they can hear you if you talk that way.
It says mine right there.
Yeah. Yeah, right. There, Mike. Now you can hear us. Where are you going? Getting your hot chocolate?
The hot chocolate's out here.
Oh, you're just going back in? Are you cold?
Come back.
Got the jacket?
Come back.
Hey Sam, how's it going? Doing pretty well. Just haven't seen the moon in like a week or two almost. It's just been cloudy here pretty much every day. And the last time we had clear skies, I think I mentioned this before, was the new moon. So I had a clear sky, but I didn't have anything I could actually image for us. Yeah, so it's okay. You know, it just jumped to first quarter without us noticing. And my daughter saw that I was kind of thinking about setting up stuff for the camera for the moon, and then she was like, "Oh, I want to come. Is it one where you can talk?" And I said, "Yeah, you can talk during the moon streams if you like." So she's probably going to be out here chatting everybody's ears off for a while, giving you all kinds of the business. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 70s here, or the high 60s at least in Fahrenheit, and it's a little bit warmer tonight than it has been recently, so I thought I could actually come out on to the front yard and do some imaging instead of doing it from inside the house. But there's a lot of setup time required for that. So I started setting things up, and then hey, Asymmetrical Soul, how are you? How you been? I haven't seen any streams from you recently, and no Bob Ross music for me because you don't have it posted anywhere that I know of. How am I going to get my Bob Ross fix if you don't stream? Let's see. Asymmetrical Soul. That's this guy. Let me see if I can actually turn this little desk it's on so I can see what people are saying and try to get to it a little more easily. Is the weather channel telling you something about the eclipse? The full solar eclipse in 2024 passes directly over my house. I do not need to move for the next solar eclipse at all. Presumably, because most of the astronomical phenomena usually means I get cloudy skies, I might need to go somewhere, but it won't be very far unless I need to go very far in order to get away from the clouds. So, Cyanophyte, hello. How are you doing? Still waiting for you to start those streams. Been a degenerate. Oh, all right. Hopefully you're not degeneratively gambling. Instead, you're just playing video games like a typical degenerate, I suspect. Hello, Duck Goose, and also Joseph Radio Joe. Hello. How are things going, Joe? Are you guys... Oops, what's going on? It's easier just to let my laptop do whatever it wants and try to manage the messages on my phone. I think it's just radio. I think that's my... There you go. Give Radio Joe a follow. Joseph Radio Joe almost exclusively streams. Oh, you're settled in BC, so will we get a stream soon from either the drone or the person that you are there settled with, yet to be named. Plan is tomorrow. Okay, excellent. So Joseph streams from traveling mostly, and his partner Hannah Rebecca also streams music. They're one of my favorite music streamers on all of Twitch. And there's been a dearth of Hannah music streams, even now that she's become reactivated. I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but I'm looking forward to it. Doing good. Streams are coming soon. Life is getting better. Weather's getting warmer. All those things are true. You're house sitting in the Whistler, BC for the next 5 weeks. Oh, you're going to be settled in for a while. That's nice. Oh, very cool. Maybe Sam can come onto your channel and sing a little bit with you. So he wants to. He probably wants to sing along, and I suspect he's got a great singing voice. So. That's probably not true. You probably could sing a tune. Everybody knows how to sing Happy Birthday, I think. Although I have sort of heard some people sing Happy Birthday in pretty embarrassing ways before. It's a tune. It's a tune. We all know that one. One problem with streaming from the front lawn is the moon is almost directly overhead for us right now. Like right now, it's basically mid-sky. And you can't see my camera, but I'm obviously streaming from my camera. Jay Scully's, hello! You know what the problem with asymmetrical not streaming is? I don't get to see any of asymmetrical's groupies, like Jay Scully's here. There's Hannah Rebecca Music. Thank you for the subscription, Hannah. 8 months. We are so close to having that baby together. You know, we have to start thinking of what we're going to name it. I'm sure we'll come up with something good. Maybe we'll name it after a diatom. I think that would be nice. The gang's all here, yeah. The moon comes out, and then all the lunatics are here. You know, literally. I have some news. I mentioned it in my Discord channel, but my Afrosimbella paper is very likely to be accepted. We have some revisions we need to make to the manuscript, but neither of the people who reviewed it had any problem with our species, really. So it's a lot of like technical changes, and I think if I'd had a spare moment in the last 5 days, it would be done by now. But I haven't, other than these, and I'm too tired to work on it in the evenings after I was in the field all day today. So have the name going up, chat. It would be a good idea. What we should do, like we should get a what to name the baby, our subscription baby, and then have chat vote on it. That would be good. We'll have to wait. I think probably we want to make sure it gets a little closer to the deadline, and then then we'll do it. Right now, my little logo is actually crushed on top of the moon. Hey, it's Mallory. Hello, Mallory. I haven't seen you in one of my streams for a very long time. How are you doing, Mallory? Oh, look at this. I set up this thing in my channel using a Leorin board. It is a bit chilly, yeah. I'm sitting outside with a toque and a sweater, and it's a little chilly. But I was outside all day. I was doing some field work, and so anyway, I set up this thing in my channel, the little announcement there that says if you like art, follow my friend Estorella. And I built a really sort of sophisticated messaging system, and I just put a whole bunch of people in there that I recommend as streamers. So every 20 minutes or something, there'll be a recommendation from either a music streamer that I follow, an artist that I follow on Twitch, a a scientist that I follow on Twitch, or a microscope streamer that I follow on Twitch. And I'm still working on populating it a little, but I have it set up so that basically it just constantly sort of shouts out all of my friends. And I'm working on a couple of other automated sort of response things, so that when raiders come, it automatically welcomes people and shouts out the person who raided me. And basically, I'm just making it so that moderators don't have to do much for me, in case I've got my hands busy, which I usually do. The moon has slipped off of the stage, so I need to move my camera. I'll be back in a second with the vocals. Had to make a few adjustments. Yeah, I started off with Leorin board 2, asymmetrical. So if for some reason you need some assistance on how to do things, if there's something that you did different, let me know, and I'll try to make it work for you, or I can try to help. I was doing some Leorin board 2 tutorials in my Discord channel, and I explained how to do a bunch of things. I didn't really want to do it as a Twitch stream. I feel like it's more like geared towards, it's easier to do in Discord, because I can post text and show people what I'm doing a little bit more readily and get some direct feedback. But if you want to use Leorin board, or you can use Leorin board in your streamer, and there's something that you're trying to do, let me know. I've gotten quite good at it, and I'm working on trying to do away with having to use bots at all on my stream. So eventually I'll probably convert all of the shout out commands and everything else over to just Leorin board, and then there won't be a bot, or there'll be a bot but it won't do anything. So now that it's a little bit closer towards the middle of this middle of the lens, I'm gonna actually hey Kalathon, I'm gonna jump over there and zoom in on the moon's surface so that we can see it nice and close. Got a little bit bigger. This is just the digital zoom on my camera. So we're looking at 3x, the moon basically in my normal camera telephoto lens with a digital zoom on. So it's just being magnified basically. And I think you get a really good sense of all of the craters, which you can see very distinctly now. And the dark areas that you see on the surface are basalt flows from times where the moon was, erupting basically, historically, I think. And those might be tied with meteorite impacts and things like that. I don't really know, but Sam probably could tell us a little bit about them. One problem with being zoomed in like this is that you really can see how quickly the moon moves when you're zoomed in on it. You're doing fine. Yeah, okay. Of course, the color that you're seeing is also very gray, and it's a black and white image, even though it's a color image we're collecting. I can actually change the saturation a little, make it look more natural, because the sunlight kind of washes or bleaches out a lot of the natural color of the moon. The surface is a little bit more, um, it appears to be sort of orangish to me. I don't know if that's its true color, but from here, from Earth, we get a lot of the color kind of washed out by the brightness of the sun, which it's reflecting. So, um, I think if you look at it with your eye, though, it looks a little bit more yellow than the color that I'm presenting with the white balance on. So now I've got to get up and move quite a bit. It's actually really nice. Sylvia was complaining about the smoke that's coming out of the neighbor's chimney, but I actually think it's really nice because it feels like I'm sitting around a campfire. I can smell like the wood burning, and I got the moon, and it's nighttime, and I just need somebody to start telling us a ghost story, I guess, or any kind of story, really, I suppose. I'm going to move the image a bit. I really can't wait to that sort of camping feel again. It's still a bit chilly. I suppose I probably could go camping. I've got a very warm sleeping bag, but Sylvia hasn't really grown to the point where she wants to camp anywhere except for inside the house. So it's okay for us to camp in the living room, set up a tent in there, but like outside, no, that's crazy talk. So we're probably still a little ways off before she's a little bit older and can handle camping outside. You heard a scary story about a scientist that put diatoms inside a vacuum-sealed chamber devoid of air. That's the best kind of vacuum-sealed chamber.
Created Cyclops.
Oh, apparently we've created a Cyclops. What do you mean? Oh, you have an eyeball?
On a pom-pom.
An eyeball on a pom-pom. Okay.
A googly eye on a white pom-pom, and it's Cyclops.
You put one googly eye on a white puffball pom-pom.
Yeah.
And now it's Cyclops.
Yeah. It's just a test to make sure the hot glue doesn't melt the back of the eye, because Mommy said that last time it melted the back of the eye a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't think it will.
What are you going to do with the pom-pom with the googly eyes on it? Because really putting googly eyes on things is my thing, and everybody knows that.
I don't know, it can go in your office.
Oh, it can go in my office? I still haven't taken in that rock you painted for me. It's half of Kevin's face. It is a Cyclops, I guess. There we go. I think Hannah wants me to put the Cyclops googly eye on the moon. That's what it seems like.
Yes! That's the best idea I've ever seen! Order!
I don't know. I think maybe dessert is a better idea as a concept. But I'd have to move it physically now. To do a little bit of projection, I've moved it over physically. But I wanted to have a little bit of time to open it up. All right, let's see if I can manage to make my computer give me a googly eye. They're in here somewhere. It's my poor little laptop, sometimes it's all it can handle to to manage my camera. Oops. My camera's pumping kind of a lot of information through it, so. Oh, let's see, the position. Oh, that's not the issue. It's this issue, I think. Hang on. It's a good thing I gave myself some time. Go. Now the moon is ready to go. Let's put this around, I don't know, 500. Oops. It would be easier if my mouse was working perfectly, but it's not. Just one big eye, make it look like Kevin. Make it look like Numb the Geek. Just like that. Like one big Kevin eye. And then you should be able to type googly. Hey, Prag, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, man. You should be able to type, like this. Googly.
Why is it spinning?
It googled in a weird way. I need to fix that. Alright, hang on.
It's spinning into the black part of the moon. The darker part.
Yeah. It was doing little loopy loops. Alright, now you should be able to Google it and it'll spin correctly. Should be Googlyable.
Remember the great hyacinths thing?
You and the grape hyacinths.
And the like lemonade or whatever.
There we go.
Mommy tried the just the water part, but in the boiling water.
Yeah.
And she said it tasted really bitter, and just ew.
I think you're supposed to mix it with lemonade because it has sugar in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if the moon actually opened its eye and started looking down at you, would that be scary?
No.
I should be smaller.
As long as it.
Like this?
As long as it was a googly eye, it wouldn't be scary.
If the moon opened up its big googly eye.
It wouldn't be scary.
And it was looking down at you.
I think I'd just laugh.
And then its eye started googling around like crazy. You would just laugh at it?
I don't think it's really funny.
Well, it would be pretty funny at first, I suppose. It might be a little intimidating after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kept on googling around.
Frank says the googly-eyed moon would make them freak out. I mean, it depends on what you were doing. I suppose if you looked up and then it looked right down at you, and it looked like kind of angry, you know, that would probably freak everybody out. It would be funny, though. You might not notice it because the moon is quite far away and fairly small for most of us. Trying to keep the eyeball centered. I need that tracking stuff. I have a person who rated us, Evan.pro, who told me that they were going to make a tracking tool where I could put something and then it would just track it on the image. So mustaches and eyeballs and whatever, and then move the eye to where it belongs, so I didn't have to reposition it constantly. And they seem determined to actually make this program, which I think would be hilarious. So we'll see. The moon does not move enough to make the googly eyes worth it. Well, I don't know about that. I feel like what it really needs to make it worth it is like if we just added a mustache to it. And then I think it would feel a lot more worth it. Like this Yosemite Sam mustache right here. I feel like once you put a little mustache on it, then the googly eye is definitely worth it right there. You know? This is why we have a collection of mustaches. This is my Yosemite Sam mustache. I don't remember what I called that one, or if you can use it or not. Some of them I don't have point redeems for. There we go. Or what we could do, let's see. Now we have a stalker. Yeah, it's like just barely on the screen and just peeking out at us. Little creeper moon with a mustache. Talk about the man on the moon. Yeah, exactly. There he is. Now I need to fix my camera again, so I'm going to make a short trip over to my tripod. When I first started the stream, the moon was directly overhead, and it was basically just going east-west across my frame. And now it's shifted, so it's basically kind of going mostly north-south with a little east-west component. So I have to get up more frequently. And then, reposition eyeballs and mustaches more frequently. There. Now he's got an eye on us. Oh, did you see that? A bat flew between us and the moon while I was putting the mustache up there, and it went right out of its mouth. Came right out of the moon's mouth, basically. It's kind of neat when you see things fly between you and the moon, especially when we're this zoomed in. But I saw a little bat fly basically between us and it. It's nice. We'll put this over here. We'll put it on Mustachio in his one eye. Hide it right there. Perfect. Shouldn't the eye patch portion be over the Sea of Tranquility? I mean, maybe. You found a Batman emote. We might see more things fly between us and the moon. I think we had one stream where a plane flew through the moon, between me and the moon. And we caught it. It freaked everybody out because they were like, well, what? If you pay very close attention, look at it very closely, especially when I zoom in. But that happens to me all the time. Oh, see, one of my little automated messages popped up, and it's Del Maximum this time. It's my friend Del Maximum. You should definitely give Del a follow. He's a fun variety streamer. It's the world's biggest diatom, Shiner Sean. I don't always stream diatoms. A little secret. Sometimes I do photography streams, and sometimes I I do bird streams. Sometimes I do photo editing and artwork streams. And I forget what else I do. Yeah, this is live. Of course this is live. It's moving across the stage. I can zoom in on it. Hang on a second. I'm going to make it really big for you so that you believe me that it's real. And I'll be back in a second. I gotta set. It's being streamed from my camera directly here. So. All right, there you go. If you thought it was awesome before, you're probably going to find it a little bit more awesome like this, where it's zoomed in. All I did was increase the digital zoom on my... Oh, you clipped the bat. You found it. Nice, Digital Seahorse. Very cool. Earlier today, I was out doing some field work. I'm teaching a class called Lakes and Wetlands. And for my Lakes and Wetlands class, I give them a project they have to work on for the class. And in order for them to do it, they just have to come up with something that deals with lakes that we talked about in class. So they can look at lake sediments, they could look at modern lake organisms, they could do chemical analysis of the water or the soil around the lake or whatever. I try not to push them into corners with it and let them just do whatever. But we had a field trip to basically someplace that's about 20 minutes away from here, outside of town. And then people could drive by themselves or they could just ride along in the van. And then we're going to do it again tomorrow. So some of the same people will go out again tomorrow with me. And it has a damaged body for our benefit. Yeah, pretty cool. So I've spent basically the whole day either driving back and forth between the university in a van to the field site or running around in the field trying to help students with the boats or the limnology equipment. The field trip to get diatoms from the Sea of Tranquility. I don't know that there would be any on the Sea of Tranquility, but it seems like it's a sea, so it feels like it should have something like that. Anyway, but tomorrow I'm probably going to try to actually collect some stuff for my stream. And I might do a little microscope stream so I can look at some of the stuff while it's still living. I don't know if we put some of the stuff in the refrigerator, that might kill it. But we have to refrigerate our samples or else they'll start to decompose. And we probably won't get a chance to look at them in the class until Thursday because I have one lecture left for the semester. So I want to get some of the stuff and take some images of it while things are still kicking and crawling around in the plankton, and then I'll probably collect some benthic material so we can look at it as well. So I plan on doing a microscope stream tomorrow night. So from the light microscope, not the SEM. When things die, then we can put them onto stubs and stick them in the SEM so we don't have to worry about that. But there are a lot of people who they find diatoms in pieces of rock that have landed on Earth, and they try to claim that that there must be diatoms in outer space that have arrived with the meteorite, and we know that that's not the case because the diatoms that they usually find are Earth diatoms, the same ones that we already have here. So we're pretty sure they're not outer space diatoms. It may be possible that there are diatoms in outer space. I mean, they could persist in that state for a little while, but probably not for long. Santa Fight says, are you going to sample just the water or the sediment? Probably both. We collected some cores. We collected a core today, and I told people that I would try to collect some more cores tomorrow just so we'd have some interesting sediment material to look at. And then we will also probably, some of the students spent the day today collecting stuff from shallow water, so we'll probably also have some stuff from macrophytes and rock materials and stuff that are around the margin, the periphyte. Shiner Sean says, I remember when I got to look at Venus using a telescope during undergrad degree at the University of Texas, and I was blown away when they explained that the telescope was moving. It just never occurred to me at first, though. Yeah. I mean, what's nice about my images is they're just coming from a camera, not a telescope. I just have my normal telephoto lens on there, and my camera's good enough, and my lens is strong enough. Trapped in our gravity well idea is mind-blowing, yeah. It's pretty neat. I think if Sam is still here, I think Sam works at some sort of a facility that does that looks at the space with a telescope, and probably could explain a little bit of the gravity physics that goes on. I don't know. This is the same camera that I use to stream the birds with. So when we get really close-up pictures of birds, it's equivalent to when I get really close-up pictures of the moon. Oh, you volunteer? Okay. So, so yeah, this is the same camera that I use for birding, and the camera that I use that's attached to the microscope is the model that's one mark below this one. So this is an EM1 Mark III, and the one that's on my microscope normally is the EM1 Mark II. But they're almost identical cameras. They just have slightly different, like the sensor on this one's a little bit better. So like this is I think this one's a 24 megapixel camera and the other one's a 20 megapixel camera. But like, and the features on this camera are designed for night photography and bird photography. So I tend to use this one for streams of the moon and the birds a little bit more frequently. Oh, it's on the auto brightness, that's right. I can't see what's on the menu screen. I'm trying to get rid of the thing that popped up. If I just let it sit long enough, it goes away. Gotta figure out where that triangle is. Hang on. Ha. There. Sorry about that. I got a little bit lost where the zoom was, and when my camera is plugged into OBS, it doesn't show me the menu screen, it shows OBS my menu screen. So I can't easily figure out like what's in the field of view when it's zoomed in. But I was just bouncing back and forth between the camera and OBS until I could figure out where the zoom was. Scientified asked me, have you ever streamed a meteor shower before? And the answer is no, I have not. It would be relatively easy to do. Rather than using the lens that I'm using on my camera right now, which is a telephoto lens, I would have to switch to the wide-angle lens, but I have an ultra-wide-angle lens. The problem that I have with streaming is that the place where that I live is in it's in Terre Haute, it's in the city, and if you look on the brightness, the night sky, like you can get a map of the night sky where I live is like bright yellow or orange. It's not quite red, but it's in a really, really bright night sky area. So I wouldn't see very much from my house. And any Indiana city, exactly, or an Indiana city. It's a city. Technically, it's got 60,000 people or something. It's a city. I think that's the qualification for cities. Much less than that, I think, technical term. But so I need to find an area that's that doesn't have as much light pollution. And actually, when I was out today, one of the students that is in my class for the lakes class is a ranger at a local state park, and he has a house that they give him, to live on the premises. And hey, headshot specialist, how's it going? And he said I can get a permit to come to the park, and they're working on getting all of their lights set to turn downward. And it's basically one of the darkest places in Indiana. It's not that far away. It's about a 45-minute drive from here. But so it's a possibility that I could do some sort of night sky streams where we look at things from my camera, like a meteor shower. That would be kind of cool. But I couldn't do it really from here. So maybe I'll wait, and if my sister comes and visits, we'll go out and do some night sky stuff. We did that before, where the two of us basically had...
My king, I have something for you.
Okay. Am I your king?
The king of putting googly eyes and mustaches on things.
Okay.
We have a whole family now.
Oh, is our family?
No, because...
I thought maybe this was the cat, and that's me, and that's you,
oh,
mommy,
yeah,
and you.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
But they all
got
have mustaches.
a bunch of puffballs with googly eyes on them, and mine has a mustache.
No, all of them have mustaches.
Oh, all of them have mustaches. I couldn't see that. I guess they do. Everybody's wearing a mustache.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And,
can we put them someplace where I don't have to hold them the whole stream?
Like
inside on my desk?
I love how even the girls have mustaches.
Even the girls have... Why not? Girls can have mustaches.
Yeah.
Some of the people who prepared the food at my university had mustaches. I think they had a goatee that was bigger than mine, actually.
Two of them have mustaches that look like bangs. Like front bangs in hair. Just like they're bushy and they have little ridges. This is also for your office.
We lose perspective of how large each one of those small craters is. I think that's true. Sorry, Peg, I missed your comment. I still want I want a debate between you and a plankton expert on the differences and distinction between diatoms and plankton. Well, diatoms have some organisms that are plankton and some organisms that are not plankton, because plankton is a lifestyle. It has nothing to do with what kind of organism you are, other than the organisms, how they live. So if you float around in the water and you can't really control where you go, then you are plankton by definition. Um, and things that can get around by themselves, can move physically from one place to another through the water, are called nekton, and things that are attached at the bottom are called benthin. And so they all have their own little names. Do you think we'll see lunar real estate agents in our lifetime? I don't know, Xenophyte. I feel like we have so much problems on Earth. Moving to the moon seems like it's a crazy prospect, in the sense that it's expensive, and it's the fuel associated with getting there is incredible. So, Rough Maddie Art, hello. Thank you for the view. Oh, you're welcome, Maddie. Are you an artist? Do you stream, Rough Maddie Art? I have a bunch of streamer friends that are artists, and I also sometimes stream into the art category. Let's see what you do. Can we do that? If you're a streamer, just say yes or no. It sounds like when you put art at the end, you're going to be a streamer who does art. You do stream, okay. Let's see what you do. Rough Medi Art, there's a link for them. They do traditional and digital art, games once in a while, and their VODs get the nuke button a lot, so catch them when they're live. There you go. A little shout out. We learned something about Rough Maddie here. What kind of art do I do? Mostly when I stream, it's just digital photography, editing, and recolorizing of diatom images and other microscope images. So this week we saw 3 people pay $55 million each to buy a trip to the International Space Station. I think that is grotesquely wealthy, and we'll find a way to commercialize. They probably will. Well, somebody has to own the property, though, which creates a problem. So, you know, there's going to be a fight if we try to market it, and we have to know who to sell the property to and that sort of thing. So, we need to wait for Earth to be built up high enough that it encompasses the moon. Well, I think the moon is drifting away from Earth, right? It's like a couple of centimeters a year. It drifts away from us. Very, very slowly. We're losing our gravity, our control of it. So, if we don't hurry, the moon will escape us, and then how will we build high-rise hotels on it? And think of the views from the moon hotel and how much money they could make. But I agree with Sam, obviously. The grotesquely wealthy is a problem that we have. I mean, unless they want to start sharing some of their money with my community, in which case they're great. If you have grotesque wealth and you want to give it to the people in my channel, never mind. I changed my mind. It's okay to be grotesquely wealthy if you can share it with people. If you're hoarding it so that you can, you know, be selfish, I feel like that's problematic. So, how will people surf? It's a good question. We'll have to import some sort of surf. You know, they have those standing wave pools, so they could surf on those maybe. And time to tie the moon down so it stops drifting. Yeah, if I think what we could just do is fire a harpoon up there, and then all of us give it a little tug. It'll come back. Yes. Will the grossly wealthy please gift some subs? Exactly. I don't want subs from grotesquely wealthy people, because then you're just giving the grotesquely wealthy half of it. I would prefer if they found some other way. Hey, look, Studio Cornix got a shout out. My friend Studio Cornix streams art and microscope stuff, and she's an artist who specializes in science art. And Rough Maddie, you might be interested. She does some really cool stuff. She takes algal pigments and she grows them in a little algae farm, and then she extracts the pigments from them and uses those pigments to paint images of algae and other organisms. So basically, recursively taking the organism and then turning it back into art from the science to help illustrate science. Really beautiful stuff. So if you're not following my friend Studio Cornix, you should. She's one of the few. There's only 2 streamers that I technically moderate for on Twitch. The rest of my time is my own to hang out in channels and to stream stuff and whatever else. But if either Pacific Plankton or Studio Cornix is on, I will almost certainly be in their channel helping out as a moderator. What is going on, little one?
I am here.
You are?
Mhm.
What time is it? Do you know? How close to
I
bed?
don't know.
How close to bedtime is it?
What time is it? What day is it tomorrow?
What day is it tomorrow?
Of the week?
What day of the week is it?
Mhm.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. Is there school on Monday?
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Is there school on Monday?
What?
Is there school on Monday?
Is there school on Monday?
For me?
Shouldn't there be?
I don't know.
Shouldn't you know?
I don't know. Let me ask Mommy.
Someone around here has to know. I guess they usually will have school. Yes. Sorry, a little technical snafu again. I had to actually refine the moon. The stream is actually kind of delayed from me, such that it's still in the corner on the screen in OBS, or maybe it froze on OBS when I started messing around with the camera. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Let me see if I can fix it. If not, maybe we'll just call it a stream. It's been a fun little night stream. And let me see if I can actually find the control and see if I can fix the OBS issue going on. I did. There we go. Sorry, slight delay. It's a fun little moon, yeah. Half of a moon.
I checked with Mommy. Tomorrow around 7 or 6, can we do a stream where I just trace and color in froggies?
Can we do what?
Froggy.
A stream where you trace and color in froggies? Can you do it while I'm also streaming microscope stuff?
I won't be able to see it.
Yeah, we can split up the stream so that they can see what you're doing and what I'm doing.
Ooh.
That appears to be a thing. We might do that tomorrow night. My boss thinks it's a good idea. We'll see if her boss thinks it's a good idea. And then maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Best collaboration ever. Sylvia often will try to interfere with my streams by either inserting herself into them, or sometimes she'll just totally take them over and we'll do a Sylvia drawing stream, which is fine with me. So you did a coloring stream today after you drew the snail to color it in. Nice. Well, I still want to have another coloring contest, so that's still on the books for something that will come on soon. Maybe I'll have Sylvia draw something, and then we'll have a coloring contest about who can color in Sylvia's drawing. But I need to make sure she doesn't trace it, because I think that's cheating. So, and then we'll give away some stuff for the best coloring that people do.
Is this tomorrow?
I don't know. Is it tomorrow? I feel like it's still today. Isn't it still today?
No, I mean, are we gonna do this tomorrow?
I was telling them that maybe I'd have you draw something and then we'll make it a coloring contest to see who colors it in the best. What do you think about that?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I don't think I like our new view of the roll thing.
Oh, because the tree got chopped down? Yeah.
Ew.
Now we can see right into the roll thing.
What tree was that? I hate seeing right into roll.
It's at least now, yeah. It's still today. I'm pretty sure those things are true.
I hate our new view.
Everybody hates the new view.
This is what I mean by froggy.
I can't see what you're doing and no one else can see what you're doing.
Froggy.
Oh, okay. You got some sort of froggy art you like? The neighbors are racing up and down the street now because that's cool.
We got street racing going on?
Yes! Street racing.
This is how much I adore this type of illustrated froggy.
Those are cute.
Look how many there are and how many I have to trace and put into my one stack.
Those are definitely cute.
They're all going in my stack.
Okay. They're apparently all going in the stack. I don't know what that means, but maybe I will. I'm going to... I think I'm going to send out the raid now. And we will raid Rosemary. I think that's a good choice for us. If I can get the... I might have to do it on my phone. The response is so slow on my laptop. Hang on. Raid Rosemary Teal. Yay! You're excited about going to see Rosemary? She's a musician. I like to support musicians when I can. And Rosemary Teal is she only, for the most part, just plays her own music. Yeah, I think that worked. Because I'm doing it from my phone, I'm not positive. Okay, good. So she's a music streamer. She mostly plays guitar. She does loops, and she's delightful. And I thought it would be nice to give her a raid. One of the last times that I streamed, she was in here hanging out and was totally grossed out by all of my little microscope organisms. Esoterica, thank you for hanging out with us. And Hannah and Joseph, if you don't know who those guys are, I'm not sure we can still be friends with you. You need to start following them. My good friend Hannah wrote me a whole song about diatoms and my channel, and I think it's still in here as a command. There it is. Perfect. All right, well, we're gonna go raid Rosemary Teal, and hopefully you'll join us and you'll like what you hear. And then we'll probably be back tomorrow with some drawing and maybe some microscope stuff too.